Okay, so we've got the frame, which, believe it or not, is actually going to give you all the steps that you need to set your constraints or your, your relationship to the parameters that you'll use for everything else. So you're basically just going to keep repeating these steps as you make the sashes and the glazing bars as well. But there's one thing that we need to set out first, and that is the panels for these sash window frames or window panels to sit inside. So we have these divisions. So you just need to think a little bit about how things are divided up when you want even spacings like we do here. So we want 3 window panels with these, what are these called? These big pieces in between your windows. Well, they're the panels, that's right. Mullions, spot on, yeah, that's good. Okay, so you're getting the terminology, that's good. So, yep, so they're mullions, things that divide up windows usually. And we need to set the spacing for those so that they're always equal. So, again, also, let's just look at the drawing one more time. So they're quite thick. And then you have the, I'm going to say it, the window jambs on the side, which are narrower. So we've got to take that into account to work out this remaining amount. And unfortunately, it's not the easiest calculation if you want to do it 100% correctly, but we're going to maybe fudge it a little bit just to make it slightly easier. So, and you'll see what I mean in a moment when I go to do the reference planes. So I'll do them now. I'm just going to draw on the Create tab a couple of reference planes in to the left and the right of the centre line. Now, I want to do an equal spacing on those. So, in other words, I want them spaced evenly. And so I'm going to use the dimension tool, align dimension, and I'm going to go from the reference plane here to the right to choose the next one, and then skip the middle, go to the next one after that, and then the right-hand side, placing it down the bottom, and then you might have guessed already, I can use the equals option. And back into family types, I'll change the width just to see if I make it 1,000, that it remains equal. So the reference plane, yes, always reference plane, yep. Yeah, you only use reference lines for certain things and you won't need them. So, yeah, that's right, that's right. Yeah, so we're just testing it so that we can make sure this works at all different sizes. No, you don't need to. Equals doesn't need to be locked. So, yeah. And in fact, it causes problems if you lock it, so yeah, so just don't lock it. Yeah. I know it's, yeah, just one thing you've got to remember. You'd think you'd lock an equals, but yeah. Yeah, but no, it's because they change. They get bigger and smaller, but then, yeah, that's right. Yeah. Oh, you've got to select the dimension, and you'll see this equals option come up. Yeah. And so that's how you do window spacings as well. If you've ever wondered how to get your windows spaced evenly in a building, for example, you can use that equals option as well. There are lots of ways you can use that. And so it's a really useful thing, even when you're not doing families. Okay, but then where it gets a bit more complicated, and I might do this after you've had a break, if you look at this, you can see that it's actually the panels that are equal, not the spacing between, well, imagine there's an imaginary centre line here, 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 here. Right, it's a little bit tricky. So maybe have a think about it while you have your break, and I'll show you how to do it afterwards. So make sure that's working, just the reference planes, you don't need to model anything just yet for that, for the mullions.